think we're live.
Are we live?
I hope so.
I think so. All right. Technology. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rita Buddhist Center Yoga. My name is Amanda, and I am confirming that we are live because I see somebody just popped on, so that's good. Awesome. Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for choosing to start your Saturday morning with us here, whatever the here is, from wherever you are. So thank you so much for tuning in, and let's just take a few moments here to settle into our seat, to our breath, to our body. Go ahead and close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall. You always have a blanket. I always sit on a blanket. Always a good idea to have a blanket for yoga practice. Any other thoughts you have? Just close your eyes. Take a deep, long breath in. And then let it go through your mouth. Do that again. Do that one more time. And when you exhale, really feel it. Just let it all go. Let your shoulders drop. Any tension just melts out of your body. And then when you're done with that, go ahead and let your breathing kind of return to a normal cadence. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. Feeling your belly rise and fall. Nowhere to go, no one to be. Just you, the earth, and the sky. Breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. In, out. Breathing in, slow and breathing out, deep and slow. Breathing in, I know that I'm here. Breathing out, I smile. Here, smile. Continue to sit for a few moments in this space, connecting with your breath. I'm going to share a few words on the concept of asteya. Asteya translates as non-stealing, and it's one of the yamas of yoga, which is foundational. In Buddhism, we talk about the Eightfold Path, and yoga, the yoga system has a version also of the Eightfold Path. And the yamas, or restraints, are one of the limbs. And within that limb, there are several different jewels. And asteya, or non-stealing, is one of those jewels. When we hear stealing, we think it, immediately as a physical act, often taking something that does not belong to us. But there are subtleties within this concept of stealing, and that's what I want to share a little bit about that this morning. Asteya, or non-stealing, calls us to live with integrity and reciprocity. If we are living in fears and lies, our dissatisfaction with ourselves and our lives leads us to look outward, with a tendency to steal what is not rightfully ours. We steal from others, we steal from the earth, we steal from the future, and we steal from ourselves. We steal from our opportunity to grow ourselves into the person who has a right to have the life they want. An outward focus leads us to compare ourselves to others and to send our energy into their lives in unhealthy ways. When we compare ourselves to others, we either find ourselves lacking, which makes us feel somehow cheated, or we find ourselves superior, which leaves us feeling somewhat arrogant. Our attention on others from a place of discontent within ourselves can lead us to live vicariously through others, or to try to control, manipulate, or manage them in order to boost our own sagging ego. We may find ourselves trying to one-up their stories and successes and experiences by coming behind them with our own more fabulous tale. It is all an attempt to make ourselves feel better about ourselves. Yogi Bhajan used to say, be a forklift. You should always be lifting people up. The question we can ask ourselves in our encounters with others is, does the other person feel uplifted and lighter because they have been with us, or do they feel like something precious was taken from them? Have we brightened their day by taking a moment to listen, to sincerely compliment them, or simply to smile? When we come to the mat, we have a really awesome opportunity to practice giving, and this concept of asteya can help us think about that, because if we're cultivating loving kindness, if we're cultivating self-care, if we're remembering our nature as a vessel for light and love and peace, as a conduit between earth and sky, then we don't have a reason to steal from others. We will, by our nature, be giving and generous with our energy. The kind of cool thing about being virtual is that we don't have the temptation of comparing ourselves to others in this yoga practice, because we can't see anybody. So that's kind of cool. I hadn't thought about that really before, but oftentimes when we're in a space together, we can get caught up in looking at another person and going, oh, well, I'm not that flexible, I'm not that, I can't, we get in these stories in our head, and that steals from the moment. We rob ourselves of an opportunity to really connect with the light of all that is Amida Buddha. And so that's really a big gift of this moment, that we don't even have that temptation. So I challenge you today not even to let yourself steal away for one moment, but to really, with intention, cultivate the generosity of spirit that happens through this practice, so that you can share that with others and they can feel your oju or your sweet nectar that you leave behind in encounters with them instead of toxic residue. So bring your hands in front of your heart. And just take a moment to set your intention, a breath of gratitude for being here this morning. Let's open with a dawn together. Inhale. Excellent. We've been sitting for a spell, so go ahead and carefully release your legs. Let them shake out in front of you. Go ahead and take off your socks. Here, move your blanket. Let your legs come out in front of you. Shake them out. Just take a moment, sit up nice and tall, Dandasana, staff pose. Really flex your feet. Say good morning to your toes. And flex them, spread them wide. Good. Excellent. And then go ahead and take your right leg and cross it over your left. And then squeeze your knee into you. Sit up nice and tall. And then just twist on an exhale to your right. Using your fingertips behind you to support yourself. Keeping your left leg super active. Really twisting from your belly. This way, making it. Good. Go ahead and untwist using, and then switch legs using your hands to help support your changing of your legs. Recenter yourself, activate your bottom leg. Squeeze your knee in, sit up nice and tall. And then from that space, on an exhale, twist to your left, using your left fingertips to support. And then exhale, turn back around. Awesome. Again, Dandasana. So nice and tall. Inhale. Raise your arms up if that feels okay on your back and neck. And then exhale, come forward. Just for a version of Paschimottanasana. We're not warm enough to go super deep, but just hold forward to the best of your ability. Inhale, look up halfway, lengthen your back, being sure not to strain your neck by looking up, but keeping it neutral, and then exhale. Good, and then roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Bring the soles of your feet together, one more forward fold, Baddha Konasana. Or as my daughter's yoga book calls it, butterfly, which we do a lot in my house. Tammy Iris, if you're watching, Mommy loves you. This one's for you. My dear sweet husband, Brad, I love you. Inhale, and then exhale. Press down on your calves with your elbows. One more deep breath. Good. And then roll on up. Use your hands to bring your knees together. And then come around to hands and knees. And if you'd like to take a child's pose to settle in, that's great. I'm going to take a second and take off another layer here. You're in child's pose, really be there. Go ahead and press your bottom toward your heels. Inhale, come through to neutral. Hands, shoulders distance apart, knees distance apart. Just a couple cat and cows. Inhale, arching your back. Exhale, rounding, pulling navel to spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Neutralize your spine, curl your toes under. Come into Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. And really set your down dog. Spread your fingers, really pressing the knuckles down, particularly focus on the index finger and thumb. Outer arms turn under, so armpits hollow out. Bend your knees for a moment. Bend your knees and then really intentionally angle your sit bones toward the sky. Press your arms down. All of those movements we just talked about. Outer arms turn under, weight is moving back toward your heels with your knees intentionally bent. They may not actually straighten for you even when you try to, but there's a difference, a subtle energetic shift when we bend with intention and then straighten with intention and move towards straight. Tailbone up, take an inhale. And then as you exhale with the weight moving toward your heels, then from there, with that height of your seat, start to lower your heels toward the earth. Make sure that your head is resting in a position that is not strained, so that you're not intentionally resting it toward your feet or looking up, but really neutralize your neck. Your drishi can be down, like you would draw a line from right underneath your eyes on the mat to the space between your feet. Good, one more inhale. And then exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Good. Here where you can see your toes again, those little toes. Inhale, lift them, spread them, and then lower them down with intention. Inhale, look up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hold. Inhale, root down in your feet to rise up, pulling the prana up with you. Hands touch at the top, and then exhale through the center. Take a moment here to acknowledge your transition to standing, feeling your feet tethered to the earth. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Go ahead and bend your knees when you do that. And then look up halfway on the inhale. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, root into your feet. Bend into your legs. Really bring that energy up. A half salutation. And then just flow it again, all the way through. One more time like that, just flow it through. Connecting breath to movement. Good. Pause with hands in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. Good. Adding on. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, step your right foot back. Lunge. Come to your fingertips if you like. Knee tracking over ankle. Lower back knee. Release, curl back toe on Jayasana. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Curl back toe under. Plant hands, plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right leg forward. First, set your lunge, knee tracking over ankle. Then lower your back knee. On an inhale, sweep it up. On Jayasana. Exhale. Curl. Fold. Ardha Uttanasana, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down. Rise up. Blow it right away, all the way through. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Left leg steps back. Lunge first, then lower. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, little cobra, maybe slightly higher. Exhale. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a couple breaths in down dog. Moving swiftly like this, we're really getting into like a dance, a meditative breath movement. Calling our focus. One more. Good. Inhale, step your left leg forward. Lunge. Exhale, lower knee. Inhale, Anjayasana. Exhale. Hands. Forward. Fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale. Root to rise. One more time. Each side. Slow it down. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, Anjayasana. Exhale. Inhale, plank. You can do modified or full chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Maybe you add a push-up to down dog. Take a full breath in down dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Lunge first. Be intentional. Exhale, knee down. Don't let yourself steal one moment from your flow. Inhale, Anjayasana. Exhale. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, root down to rise up. And then flow it right away. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Exhale down. Inhale, Anjayasana. Knee tracking way far over ankle. Exhale down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Maybe you add a push-up to get to down dog, maybe not. Full breath in down dog. And then inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, Anjayasana. Exhale down. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, step and fold. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down. Rise up. Palms touch through the center. Mountain pose, Samasthiti. Good. And then just be here for a moment. Close your eyes. Again, feel your feet. Feel your heart rate. Elevating up a bit. Intentionally slow your breath so you can find your rhythm or cadence. Awesome, awesome, y'all. So there's going to be variations. So let's your traditional, bring your feet together, big toes touching if you can. If that just doesn't feel good for you to go into chair, just keep your feet wide. Inhale. Sit into chair on the exhale. Weight in heels. You should often be able to lift your big toes here. That's an indicator of where your weight should be lifted. Not to say that you have to keep your big toes lifted the whole time, but that's just to help you get it in your heels. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Right leg steps back all the way into warrior one. So plant your back foot. Come up. Good. Inhale. And then exhale. Sorry, my back is to you. Into warrior two. Be intentional in your warrior two here. You gotta flip around because it's very awkward. And then go ahead and take your right arm over your left, eagle arms, Garbhodasana. Fingertips toward the sky, elbows out. Inhale, sit deep in your front leg, and then as you exhale, draw your elbows down, shoulders toward one another. One breath there. Inhale, open up again. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Take an inhale there. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the earth, the vinyasa, or straight to down dog. You can take up dog or cobra, whatever your body's calling you to at this moment. When you get to your down dog. Take a couple breaths. Good. Take your right leg toward the sky. Kick it up. Three-legged down dog. Flip it open, getting into your psoas here. Chest tries to stay angled toward the earth. As your hip opens up. Re-straighten and re-square. And then exhale, step it through. Back foot plants, warrior one. Good, take a breath there, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Sit low. Left hand over right. Again, take your fingertips up toward the sky, pull your elbows out. And then from there, big breath in. Exhale, draw them down and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Slow in that front leg. Good. Open up, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. And then come on into Uttanasana, forward fold. Sit your butt down. Uttanasana, chair pose. Inhale. Rise up. Anjali Mudra. Good, Grace. Take a breath there. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair. Uttanasana. Inhale, Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, left leg steps back. Foot turns out 45 degrees. Warrior one on an inhale. Exhale into warrior two. Sit low first. Really open up across your whole heart center. Again, Gardasana arms left over right. Fingertips up, elbows out. Sit low in that front leg. Inhale, as you exhale, draw it down. Full breath there. Inhale, open up. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, really get the side stretch here. And then exhale to the earth. Vinyasa of your choice, or straight to down dog. Your practice, no comparing. Take a breath in down dog first. Left leg to the sky. Stretch it open. Twist it open. Torso squared. Inhale, square and straighten. Exhale, step through. Plant your back foot. Repetition, giving you an opportunity to really just be in the shapes without having to worry about too much. Inhale, and then exhale into warrior two. Right hand over left. Again, fingertips up. Sit low, elbows out. Chin tucks slightly toward chest. The shoulders squeeze together. Reverse on an exhale. Take an inhale. Exhale. Cartwheel hands down and fold. We'll add an Ardha Uttanasana here. Half lift. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, sit. Uttanasana. Rise up. Palms touch through the center. Take a breath. Sounds easy. Second side. Inhale. Exhale. That was our left side, wasn't it?
Yes, it
Okay, great. You don't have to do that
two
again.
sides.
Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Sorry, y'all. Inhale, come on up. We'll rethink it here. Because Reverend Shelley has to leave in 7 minutes, so I want to make sure that I give her adequate practice. So come here, reset. Feel your feet. Good. Awesome. Good. And then go ahead and, well, let's just go here. Inhale, bring hands up. Exhale into chair. One more time. Hands in front of your heart. Inhale here. Exhale to your right for a twist, pressing palms together. Inhale to the center. Exhale, palms together to the left. Using your palms to really help you get into your guts. Inhale through the center. And then exhale, lower, 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 butt. Boat pose, Nivasana. So your legs can be, your shins can be parallel or straight. Inhale. Now, you can take the challenge here, exhale into half boat, Ardha Navasana, and then come back up. Or if that's crazy town, you can lower one foot down to help support you. And then the other. It all gets into your core. Inhale. Boat. Exhale. Come onto your back. Squeeze your knees. Rock a little bit side to side. Good. Go ahead and take a happy baby. Grab your feet. Pull down. And helps us open up a bit. Squeeze together a bit more. Roll up. Trust me here. And come all the way into down dog. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just get to down dog. Reverend Shelley's favorite. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale into pigeon.
Yes.
Take a minute. Set yourself up. If you need a blanket under your right hip, do so. And then use your back leg to strengthen and make sure that you're really pushing toward the opposite side of the mat. Your front shin is however it is best for you. If it needs to be a huge 45-degree angle, great. If it can be parallel, great. Flex that right foot. And then when you feel you are squared off, you can uncurl your back toe or you can leave it curled. Just make sure if you do uncurl it, that you're really rooting into your foot, the top of your foot. There's no pressure on your knee. Inhale, use your fingertips to help you sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, fold forward. Forearms, hands, whatever works for you. And once you arrive, really slow your breath. One more breath. Come up on an inhale and walk your hands. Walk your hands over to the right so that you're twisting a little bit, and then use your fingertips to help you bow over your right knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, walk it over to the other side. Same thing here. Inhale, and then exhale. Whew. Good. Inhale, come up. Let your hands back to down dog. Whew. And then left leg, rise up into pigeon, second side. Again, really set yourself up first. If you need your blanket, great. Get your back toe positioned, squared off as you can be. There's so many different shapes of pigeon depending on your body, and they are all great. So just make sure you're fully supported. And then when you're ready, come on down. And down for you, making hands. And that's great. If you are on your hands, just really be intentional with pressing them into the earth so that you feel your body truly grounding. You have a little bit more space, and you can come to elbows but need support for your head. Then use the prayer hands to help support your head. As many points of your body as you can ground. That is really the youngest gift of this shape. Aside from an awesome hip. Deep breaths. On your next exhale, go ahead and come on up. Over to your left knee. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come up. Over to your left sole. Fingertips. Elbows squared. Bowing. Come up. Make your way to down dog. Full breath there. If you're Reverend Shelley, take a 30-second Shavasana, and if you're everyone else, go ahead and come to your heels. So sit Virasana style here. And just take a moment. Settle in. So go ahead and come off both heels and take your right leg out straight in front of you as you leave your left in Vajrasana. So you're in this half Vajrasana. Go ahead and really firm your right leg, activate it. And then come back as far as you can. So maybe that's to elbows. Maybe it's just to hands. Like if this is where you're at with this shape, that is awesome. Just stay here and really focus on allowing the space for your thigh bone to lengthen, your quadricep to lengthen. If this feels uncomfortable on your knee, you can actually take a blanket between your calf and your hamstring, and that should help. We're just going to take a couple breaths. If you have more space here, you can come back to elbows. And if you have even more space, you can come all the way down and take your arms overhead, clasp your elbows. So lots of options. But we're giving our legs, ligaments, permission to lengthen and some space and time to do so. So we went from a swift moving, breath-focused flow to this intentional, sort of yin-inspired slowdown. Full spectrum. One more breath. If you are all the way back, use your elbows to help you come up. Good. And then take your left leg, use your hand to help you, and just flip it over and put your left sole of your left foot into your right groin, kind of back as far as you can. Sit. I like to sit up here, use my hands to help me sit up, and then lower my butt back down. Janu Shirsasana A. So that's what we're moving to. Right leg is super active, foot is flexed. Inhale, get tall, and as you exhale, you're going to twist your body over your right leg and then fold that way, like we did in pigeon. Twisting on this diagonal here. And then, again, this may be it for you. You may get nice and tall. Just use your right fingertips behind you to help you twist, and your left hand on any part of your right leg as leverage so that you can get a little bit deeper into the twist, and that's great. And then if you have more space, you can fold. What I'm hoping to convey for all of you is that this sacred practice of asana yoga is full of so many different variations that it offers the opportunity for us to find our own space in our own body so that we don't steal any opportunity to connect and flow. Every body shape, of course there are exceptions if you are extremely physically limited, and we have compassion for those people. That's why we do yoga for all those who can't. But if you're here on the mat today, then your body is capable of maneuvering. Come on. Good. And then we'll switch sides. Use your hand to bring your left foot up. And then again, half Vajrasana. So start by tucking your right heel close to your right butt. There. Good. Left leg nice and firm. And Again, take a breath, settle yourself here. Get tall first, so really feel this lift up all the way from your mula bun up. And then start to use your hands to come back. So maybe this is it. Maybe you just have your hands back, fingertips turned. And this is where you're going to be. You're just going to hang out for some breaths. Intentional deep breathing, giving your quad permission to lengthen. If you have more space, come to elbows. And if you have more space, you work your way to the mat. Link your arms overhead. Switching what elbow was in front if you can. If your body remembers that. Big belly press. On your next breath, start to make your way out wherever you were. And then using your hand to help your leg, bring it around. Sole of right foot inside of left groin. Sit up. Reposition your sit bones. Janushirasana A, inhale. Exhale, twisting over your left leg. And again, remember, it's not about how far you go. It's really about lengthening and then finding even a millimeter more of space. Maybe you can bring right hand to outside of left leg. Maybe you can go more. Give yourself time. Time to get in the shape. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Come on up slowly. Use your hands, help your knee release. Give it a little bit of a massage. And then make your way once more to your back. I'm going to put my socks on because it's a little chilly here in the condo. When you get to your back, give your knees a squeeze. Rock a little bit side to side. Common theme, you'll find. Good. We didn't do a lot of back bending today, so and I have to end here in a few minutes. Sometimes I go to 9:15, but today I'm not able to. So we'll do one bridge pose, just to get a little back bend in. Unless you're a super flexible wheel person, I don't recommend going into Urdhva, but rather let's just stick to bridge. So feet down, hips distance apart, fingertips ought to be able to graze the backs of heels. Press into your heels and lift your hips up. And version A is just to lift your hips and press your palms into the earth. And that's great. B, you walk your shoulder blades underneath you one at a time. And then maybe press your palms, or you squeeze your hands together and then really root into your feet again. Lift your hips a little higher. Walk your shoulder blades a little farther together, closer together rather. Chin tucks slightly so your neck is protected. And breathe. 3, 2, 1. Untap your shoulder blades, unclasp your hands, roll down, tailbone touches first, and then the rest of your spine. Good. And then take a moment here. If there's anything else you need, one final twist. Baddha Konasana. Anything else? For me, I'm taking Supta Baddha Konasana, which with cactus arms, so soles of feet together, knees wide, arms out into kind of a goalpost shape or saguaro cactus shape. If you feel your body called to something, follow it. Start to slow everything down. If you've taken a final shape, go ahead and prepare to release it and make your way to Shavasana. If you need a blanket or any other layers to be still, go ahead and do that. And we'll spend just a couple of minutes absorbing the gifts of this practice, a critical part of any yoga practice, Shavasana. Just release. Really bring some movement back to your fingers and toes. And as you're ready, roll to your right side or your best side. And then gaze soft or eyes closed, make your way to seated. Hope that the music that I had in there wasn't too distracting. It was a good timer for me to make sure that I paid attention to the clock. Once you arrive in your seat, close your eyes. You put one hand over your heart and one hand over your belly. Feel this connection. These are really touching some of your chakra centers, your heart chakra, your solar plexus, and also your sacral chakra. Your hand kind of covers both there. It's a transitional channel as we move from the lower chakras to the upper chakras. Feeling this space, this liminal space between them gives us a real opportunity to be intentional about flowing our energy, light energy, through our vessel. For that is what we are. Human vessels, flowing divine light and love through us and from us to everything and everyone around us. So please bring your hands in front of your heart and take a breath of gratitude for this time that you got to spend this morning cultivating metta, loving kindness, mudita, joy, karuna, compassion, to establish upekkha, or equanimity. Take a breath of gratitude to the fellow yogis and yoginis who joined you in this virtual Sangha. And to RBC for being our Sangha home. Finally, send some of your loving kindness out to the world, to our community, to our country, and beyond. I invite you to close with an Om inhale. Thank you so much for sharing your energy and your time this morning. And as you go throughout your week, think about this concept of asteya and ask yourself, are you lifting others up with your energy or stealing away? And then also consider the activities that you're doing and the people you surround yourself with, and ask that same question, Is it stealing energy and focus away from you by what you're engaging in? Social media comes to mind, putting too much attention and energy into all of the negative stuff that's happening. Because if we allow things to take away too much from us, then we can't flow it out in the same way. We get depleted. So think about that too. And the concept of a stay at through activities and actions this week. And I'll see you next week. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Remember, you can donate on Venmo to Radio Buddhist Center. Really helps the Sangha. So thank you.